Okay, here's the overview of what I found in September 2019, metal detecting in the Phoenix public parks. I'm going to start with something new. Now this is the trash area. Basically for just a couple of days I kept the trash. Instead of tossing it out, I put it in a bag and I hung on to it. I can assure you this is ounces. This is probably a couple of pounds of trash. I think it just illustrates a point. There's a lot of trash out there, and hopefully folks will realize that metal detecting doesn't harm the environment. It makes it a little better. Anyway, moving right along, the non-metal items, a Lego, and this beetle that looks like it would be metal, like it would set off a metal detector. The rest of it's all metal. Here we have beaver tails. I like to find beaver tails because it means the ground might be a little older, might not have been metal detected. It's kind of a neat looking one there. One of the more interesting things I found, a weight collar for dumbbells. Here's the copper. Here's a little copper plate. It looks like kind of like a paint can lid, but it's copper. You can see the green oxidation on it. It is definitely copper. I assure you it's quite a bit heavier. Found a dog tag. Lots of quarters, nickels, and dimes. Did pretty well with all of them. The thing I find the most of every month is the zinc Lincoln pennies. These are usually in really bad shape. This time I decided to not clean them, just so you can see kind of how I encounter them in nature. A lot of times they're what I call land barnacles. They just don't even look like a penny, really. Now, there's probably a couple dollars worth here. I'll soak these in muriatic acid for a little bit, wash them off, Dremel them if they're still dirty, and then I'll roll them, and the bank takes them because they look enough like a penny that they'll accept it. Couple of lead weights. There's only one park that I go to that even has a lake, and these were found at not that park but a nearby park. The copper pennies, quite an assortment, lots of different colors. I did not clean these up, not even with soap and water. This is how I found them. The security section, found one key on a ring, kind of a different cut, and then two identical little tiny wee itty bitty keys. There's my finger next to them so you can see how big they are. Here's some zippers and zipper pulls. This one's kind of neat because it's for those not Red Cross, I can't think of the name of it now. A pair of glasses that's busted. I find a lot of these things. It's like a cast aluminum. Very unusual. Lots of little bits of jewelry pieces. These are all, or almost all, metallic. These actually set off my metal detector. The back, the face of a fossil watch. This here, I understand, was Nelson Mandela's prison number or something like that. It's for a line of clothing. This is kind of neat. It's got like some Asian writing on it. And of course, I always find these little, I think they're like chargers for electronic cigarettes or something. I think there's a tiny, tiny bit of actual gold on them. One of these days, I'll refine them all. Now, one of the more unusual things I found, a glass cutter, about 4 inches deep in the very middle of a park. What a weird thing to find. This here may be silver. This is exactly how I pulled it out of the ground. It was a couple of inches deep. Real nice little red stone in it. Could be a sapphire, but it's just one part of a jewelry of some sort. Also did quite a bit with the religious jewelry. Found a nails pendant and a little crucifix. I think this is silver plated copper. Pretty heavy. Something kind of neat. The figure comes off of it. And then he just slides right into some pegs there. So it could be one piece again. Kind of neat. This here is unusual. You can hear how chunky that is. It's a copper ball that I found in a park. It had this little chain through the hole. Now this is probably nearly an ounce, I would say. Chunker. Pretty little aluminum, I think, ring. Some laser carved little insignias on it, a butterfly and some lightnings and stuff. And lead and a big old brass from a high power rifle, probably 30-06 or something. Yeah, 30-06. Now, a Canadian dime. It looks really good. It's new. 1935 wheat penny. 35, 44, 40. No, what was that one? 44. 1940 nickel. That's the closest I've come to a buffalo. And a 59D. So I missed wheat by a year on that one. Fortunately, out of all these quarters, none of them is 1965. I would rather find a modern quarter than a 1965 quarter or dime, because that means I missed the silver by 1 year. And then this here, I think, is a 2009 penny. It's in terrible, terrible shape. I actually got a date off of it at one point, but it was enough to save off to the side with these others, so something special. Anyway, that is what I found metal detecting in Phoenix Parks in September 2019. Oh, yeah, a little magnet piece here too. This is kind of neat because I could test stuff and go, oh, is it metal? Yep, that is. Yep, that is. Nope. Yep. So, anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you have a great time metal detecting, and hope you fill all your holes and really just enjoy it. Till then, signing off.